Sam Darnold was effective in his first start for the Jets, but made one huge mistake, a red zone interception. Meanwhile, Teddy Bridgewater led the Jets on the team's only touchdown drive of the night. And Josh McCown, who is listed as the #1 QB on the depth chart, did not play. Todd Bowles said over the weekend that he has an idea who will start week 1, but will wait till after the next 2 preseason games. We have to wait in suspense, Will Cain.
No, you don't.
All right, tell us. Tell us,
it's not.
you've got the answer. Who should start for Gang Green week 1?
I'm going to give you 2 reasons you don't have to wait. One, I'm about to tell you. And 2, the Jets are telling you in practice. The starting quarterback week 1 will be and should be Sam Darnold. This is the biggest no-brainer if you step back and think about what's the most golden ticket, the lottery item you can own in the NFL. It's a good, young quarterback on a rookie contract. And you got to get that guy in as soon as possible, see what you got, and begin to take advantage of that lotto ticket. Invest in the things around you. You got to have an offensive line in New York. You need weapons. You need running backs, wide receivers. The way you do that is by having an underpaid asset in the quarterback position, just like Russell Wilson, just like Carson Wentz, just like Dak Prescott. This is what the Jets, and for that matter, the Browns have. You start it, and you start it as soon as possible. I love Teddy Bridgewater, Max. This isn't about Bridgewater. I love Josh McCown for that matter. Love him as well. But their future is not as the starting quarterback of the New York Jets.
Well, Teddy Bridgewater's immediate future should be. I find it interesting that you think in some way they have this asset in Bridgewater that they need to protect from injury, I suppose, right? And because his trade value is high now at the moment, strike while the iron's hot and go get something for him. In fact, his trade value will be significantly higher in week 8 if they're 5-3 or 4-4 and he's playing good quarterback, which I think he's capable of doing. Teddy Bridgewater was drafted with the idea that he might be a franchise quarterback. And I would not say he's eliminated himself from that possibility. He was a solid starting quarterback who seemed to be ascending in an offensive system that didn't ask him to do too much, but gave him a little more responsibility as time went on, until the injury, which was a big question mark about him because he's slightly built. Can he take the rigors of the NFL? But he looked like, hey, Minnesota may have a franchise quarterback here. He's a good player, and you cannot rest him in this case for fear of injury undermining your asset, much as the Eagles did not trade Nick Foles, by the way.
So you're arguing that Teddy Bridgewater should be the starter week 1?
Yes. Absolutely, yes. And I'll tell you, hold on. This is why. Here's the real reason why, with rare exception. You say I paint in broad brushstrokes, but in fact, there are exceptions. I think Baker Mayfield is one for other reasons. You do not start the rookie, because if you do and there's a good veteran, and Bridgewater's a veteran, but he's still considered maybe if healthy an ascending player, now you got a problem. Because when the rookie starts to struggle, you have an immediate quarterback controversy.
And you break his confidence.
You can't take him out, because once you take that rookie out, you are in big trouble. However, it can work the other way. You start the veteran, and when he has a rough patch, a game or two, and he will, unless he's like an MVP candidate, and if you have that, no problem. Now you can put in the young guy. He's had time to learn, etc. Bridgewater has had time to build value. The trade asset will be more valuable at that point. The young guy will have learned more. You've avoided a quarterback controversy. This is a no-brainer. You're right, but in the other direction.
No. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Let's do this one at a time. Who should start?
Bridgewater.
I say Darnold. You say Bridgewater. Second, what should you do with Bridgewater? The idea, and these are 2 massive ifs you lay on the table, that there would be a quarterback controversy in New York if Darnold didn't play up to expectations is laughable. That's a joke. What, like boo birds are going to come out for the guy they just drafted 3rd overall? I think New York...
Yes, that's how it works.
How long have you lived in New York?
Well, too long is the answer for that. But the truth of the matter is, I got to give it home to Texas, but just trying to figure this out.
Yeah, we're right, where they're really patient with young quarterbacks.
Man, the New York,
draft really high. That's what would happen with the Cowboys.
New York media is. Have you seen the back page of the New York
Listen,
Post?
These people have been dying for a franchise quarterback for a decade.
Yeah, I had to unbutton the blazer for that.
I'm getting into this. Listen to me. They're not going to boo Sam Darnold because he's 0-4.
God, I just told
They're not going to call for a change because he's 0-4. They're going to get Sam. You're telling me Jets fans are going to turn on Sam Darnold in 4 games?
The angriest people alive.
You're nuts. They're not going to.
Jets fans, let me explain something to you about the mentality of a Jets fan. One good thing happens. They're going to have a dynasty. Forget the Patriots. It's over. One bad thing happens.
No.
The world is ending. That is the emotional state of a Jets fan.
Have you met Mike Greenberg?
They've been living through Mark Sanchez as their hope. They finally have real hope. They're not going to turn on it in 4 weeks.
Will,
hold on. No.
Will,
You've maligned them enough. Just listen for a moment. They're not. By the way, your other huge if is that Teddy Bridgewater is going to be 5-3, 8 games into the season. That's a massive if. I love Teddy. Teddy's trade value will never be higher than right now. Right now, his unknowns, Max, are sprinkled in fairy dust.
So you don't think he's good?
I think he is good.
So why wouldn't playing a good quarterback raise his trade value?
Because right now, every unknown about Teddy Bridgewater, the rest of the league looks at and goes, look at this guy. Could we give up a third for him?
But your argument is that the rest of the league is mapping on their hopes to Teddy Bridgewater, that he will fall short of their hopes. What if Bridgewater really is a franchise quarterback, which I think he might be? At least he's a competent NFL quarterback. Much like Nick Foles, his trade value will increase should he stay healthy if you play him.
If he goes 5-3, which is a massive if with the New York Jets, you're right. He might be able to raise his trade value from a third or a fourth to a second. That is not worth near the risk of benching Sam Darnold.
Real quick, Molly, I must say one last thing. I must say one last thing.
Wrap it up, signal started.
You are beyond wrong about the way the New York fans and media would treat Donald if he struggles and he starts the season. By halfway through the season, they will be calling for his head.
No, this is about Sam Darnold. It's only about Darnold.
Can we go to break, Stephen A? Okay,
Thinking about
thank you.